the election heat is also increasing, and some people are losing their mind in this election heat. So they are planning black flag protests across Tamil Nadu. Now imagine Pathandu on the day when whole state was celebrating Pathandu's New Year. If somebody carries a black flag protest, what does it speak about his mindset? It clearly shows a very very frustrated mindset. It shows that some people are completely wrecked. Yes, it is a fact that DMK and the Stalins are completely rattled by the momentum which NDA alliance is picking up and the momentum which BJP is gaining across the state. So let us address the fundamental issue first, the issue on which Mr. M.K. Stalin has been misleading the state. In fact, there are two issues on which they always mislead the state whenever they are in crisis. One is the devolution of taxes. The other is delimitation of constituencies and constantly playing this victimhood that delimitation will go against the state of Tamil Nadu. So let me dispel that first. Honorable Home Minister Shri Amit Shah ji has given a detailed speech in Parliament yesterday in the Lok Sabha. And my information is that in the next half an hour or later during the day today, he will be speaking in the Rajasthan. Now, either DMK has not been following that or it has not been reading the new bill, the delimitation bill which has come up. But fact is that it is the southern states. If at all any state is gaining from delimitation, it is the southern states. Very clearly, the new rule state says that in every state, the total number of seats will go up by 50%. So if you make a comparison with the 2011 census, which was the last census which has been completed, the population of Tamil Nadu and Rajasthan were roughly at the same level, 8.53 crore, 8.52 crore. What was the population what is the total number of seats that Rajasthan has? It has 25. Tamil Nadu has 39. After delimitation, the total number of seats in Tamil Nadu will go up to 59. Rajasthan will only go up to 37. But given the fact that Tamil Nadu has been successful in containing the population, Tamil Nadu will benefit all the more because 59 Lok Sabha MPs will be catering to fewer number of constituents per seat. So very clearly it is Tamil Nadu which is gaining from delimitation. I can give another example. Both Kerala and Assam, as per 2011 data, had similar population. Assam has 14 seats, Kerala has 20 seats currently. Kerala seats will go up to 30, Assam seats will go up to 21. So I don't know on what basis the Stalins are spreading these lies that delimitation is anti-Tamil Nadu. If at all any state is gaining from delimitation, it is the southern states, it is Tamil Nadu which is gaining from it. But I also understand that maybe the real frustration of M.K. Stalin and not only M.K. Stalin, Rahul Gandhi and other parties is that when 50% new seats will be created, a whole lot of new leaders will also be created. Women leaders will come in the forefront. And this will not be taken well by dynastic parties which want power to be concentrated in their privileged set of people. So whether it is Rahul Gandhi, whether it is Stalin, all of these dynastic parties are looking for ways, looking for excuses and alibis to somewhere stall this bill. But India has moved a long way ahead, as Prime Minister Modi ji mentioned in Parliament yesterday. Over the last 3 decades, In fact, in BJP manifesto, the first time women reservation was clearly mentioned was in 1998. In 2010, the bill was passed in Lok Sabha. But some party, whether it was Samajwadi Party, whether it was some other opposition party of current day opposition party, they played tricks to ensure that the rights were denied. Now the time has come. My plea to Stalin, my plea to Rahul Gandhi is these excuses will not work. DMK will be reduced to the same position that Congress has been reduced to at the national level if they play these tricks. Now, why does Stalin play these tricks? That is also very important. And these tricks are no doubt an attempt to deflect attention from the core issues, which is the failure of complete law and order machinery, the failure of, the education sector. In fact, yesterday I was in Madurai to address a teachers' meet. And there I was shocked with some data. There are 95,000 primary school students who are going to schools that have a single teacher. There are 1,800 schools across Tamil Nadu which are running with single teacher. How can a school, a proper school, operate with one teacher, when the entire set of students will be dependent on that teacher's whims and fancies? This itself is a big education scam. When it comes to crime and law and order issues, now DMK can say that law and order is a problem in many other states. But like it used to be in Lalu Yadav's time in Bihar, there is evidence of direct complicity between DMK leaders and drug mafia. That does not happen elsewhere. That happens in very few places. Maybe, in Bengal where TMC has been running similar scams. And that has been happening in Tamil Nadu. So I will give you some specific instances. In Namakkal, a kidney trafficking racket was busted, which was connected to Manachunallur DMK MLA Sri Kathiravan, who lured economically backward people with promises of huge sums of money to illegally sell their kidneys shamelessly. He reiterated that the ill-gotten money would allow him to buy luxury cars. Is Kathiraman contesting the assembly election? Yes. So imagine how DMK directly endorses these criminals. The same applies to the drug mafia. There are people like, I'm sure all of you have heard of people like Jafar Sadiq, accused of international drug smuggling. He was given responsibility of DMK's NRI wing. DMK councillor Sarfaraz Nawaz was caught with cocaine worth 360 crores in Rameshwar. Now, my simple question is, did DMK spot some special talent in these people to make them part of the party? Were they made part of the party only so that they could hoodwink law enforcing agencies, so that law enforcing agencies will go soft on them? And when they get caught, then obviously DMK is left with no option but to disown them. But this is a pattern which has shown, which has manifested itself time and again, which clearly gives an indication that this drug money goes to the top bosses in the DMK, which clearly gives an indication that the crime rackets, whether it is illegal kidney racket, kidney smuggling racket, drug racket, all of them have the endorsement and backing of DMK leaders. This is what they want to deflect attention from, and that is why they start playing the victim card on the issue of devolution of taxes, on the issue of delimitation of constituencies. It is time for people of Tamil Nadu to tell them specifically, you either perform or you face defeat. Don't spread these lies in the state of Tamil Nadu. Don't make our pious land of Rameshwaram a den of your smuggling activities. And I think this anger which people have against the DMK is something which DMK is also aware of.
the reason that why they are spreading lies on the delimitation issue. Similarly, there are many other unfulfilled promises of DMK. I am told that there are multiple instances when DMK candidates have been chased away, have been people have shouted at them for not fulfilling their promises, questioned them, and they have had no excuses. In fact, ma'am would be able to give you specific instances because you are, I'm sure you, in the media there are many instances which have been reported. For instance, the promise of 500, the promise 503 of a rupee 100 subsidy on one LPG cylinder for ration card holders aimed at providing relief to low and middle class families. It remains unfulfilled till date. The promise 116 of their manifesto, the previous manifesto, to replace old, which promise 5, when it comes to the fishermen, promise 116 of the previous manifesto to replace old and unsafe slum clearance board house with 2 lakh new homes for fishermen across Tamil Nadu's districts remain unfulfilled. As against that, you have seen how in the last 2 weeks, Modi government made sure that nearly 450 fishermen who were stranded in Iran were brought back to the country. No other country has managed to safeguard the interest of their citizens the way Modi government has done. In fact, I'm told the second batch, which had about 150 fishermen, which includes about 40, I was supposed to travel to Rameshwaram that day, but the arrival of fishermen was delayed by a couple of days, so that plan did not work. But I am told that these fishermen, they were routed through Armenia because the direct route was not possible. So imagine the efforts which Modi government has made to secure the lives of fishermen. And here basic promises for betterment of fishermen lives made in the manifesto remain unfulfilled. So I think all these make it very clear there is massive anger against the DMK, but so because we are in Tiruchirappalli, let us also focus on the specific instances of drug racket in Tiruchirappalli. The use of ganja and narcotic pills is highly prevalent among the youth, especially students. This must be strictly controlled. So obviously, even Tiruchirappalli being a education hub is impacted by the drug mafia, and there is complete indifference from the DMK on this part. But an important question before ma'am speaks about the women reservation bill, an important question which I want to ask Stalin. Already there is massive anger because of the complete failure of law and order under his government. Drug rackets are booming. Now there is strong whisper that Stalin plans to make Udayanidhi Stalin the future CM if they come to power, which is imaginary because they are not coming back to power. But that formula has been worked out where he plans to secretly transfer power to Udayanidhi. Honorable Commerce Minister Piyush Ji has repeatedly asked Stalin this question. You clarify, is there truth in it? Because people are frightened. If Stalin, MK Stalin has brought problems to Tamil Nadu, people know that Udayanidhi Stalin will bring 100 times more problems to Tamil Nadu because he's incapable, because he is not interested, because he does not have experience. Now we have time and again asked time and again asked MK Stalin to clarify his stand. Is Udayanidhi Stalin his successor, or will he trust some of the poorer section leaders of DMK, or poorer section leader of the DMK will always be ignored by the first clan of DMK? He has not been able to provide any answer, which only shows that this dynastic tendency of DMK will continue which only explains once again the reason why they are rattled with delimitation exercise, because delimitation exercise will usher in, will bring in a new generation of political leaders from non-political background, which will loosen the control of dynastic power. So as you are aware, the Women's Reservation Bill is being debated in Parliament, and it will be appropriate if a woman leader, young woman leader of our party, speaks about it in detail. So, Madam will speak to you about the Women's Reservation and some specific crimes against women.
Thank you, sir.